Hi guys, welcome back to Marvel Contest of Champions. I'm very excited that I got Mordo in my 4-star crystal video. And if you didn't see it, you should see it because it's a good video. It's a good video because we got Mordo out of it. That's why it's a good video. Now, with this champion, I do have a Mystic 4-star Awakening Gem, and this is the prime candidate that I'm going to use it on. I've got 2 in total. One is for this, and the other one is at the moment reserved for Dr. Voodoo when I eventually get him. Mordo is a fantastic champion, a great defense for Alliance Wars, but also he has his uses when it comes to attack and using him for an offense, and also use in general. The way I like starting off these videos is when we've got a champion unawakened, we use an awakening gem on them, and then we add signature stones and we track the increases of numbers. Obviously to the left here we'll see in the attributes that things like health and attack will go up. Also with general attributes like critical rating, critical damage, block proficiency, things like that will go up. But also in some cases things with regards to, say, special attacks, and also, you know, when stunned, when he's doing a heavy attack, certain things change with different champions, but we're also going to track that in any case. And I guess people want to know, well, why is this a champion that you want to look to get up higher in the game, whether or not it's your 440s, your 550s, and in 5-star cases right up to the very top, and on a 4/55. Well, there's so many things that make this character amazing, or kind of vitally a go-to champion for your Alliance Wars defense and offense, because the stunned aspect. You must know this. I have covered this in several videos where you're hitting in a parry and then you're trying to hit and you get hit by Astral Evade, which then sets some degeneration on you and can be very, very frustrating. So go-to champions for that, I think characters like Drax and also Falcon. So now the shoes are on the other foot and I now have said champion, I can now use this to my ability to be all-conquering. One thing that I didn't know, and I didn't really kind of take notice on the 3-star champion when I had him, is on blocking. After holding block for 0.5 seconds, Mordo can block unblockable special attacks. Very handy when it comes to doing stuff like Master Mode and things like that, because unblockable special attacks can be a bit of an arse. The special attacks are, again, very unique in that, yes, there's only 30% chance to stun for 3 seconds. That's quite good. It could be very effective. The next thing is with the SP1 degeneration. Man, setting damage on the enemy. This is stuff like any champion is not resistant to degeneration, and there must come a point where in the game they're going to release characters that have some kind of degeneration kind of resistance. The same thing could be said for kind of characters like Dormammu. It's surprising that he's not. Ghost Rider, he's not. There must be some characters coming in the game at some point that are degeneration immune. The L2 is good, can be very handy for champions that have an intensive amount of, like it says, health recovery. So characters like Wolverine, maybe even some of the new characters that are coming in like King Groot and even Angela, we can hit in this and kind of slow that process down with an L2. L3 is based on a potluck kind of scheme. Gains 3 stacks of fury, each increasing his attack by X amount for 12 seconds, and then up to a 40% chance based on the health loss to regenerate instead of gaining a fury stack. So either fury stack or it's going to be the regeneration. Sometimes it's really handy to have that regeneration, especially because the character is very weak. So things like if he gets for any reason bled, then that can be a very nasty effect on the character and deplete a lot of health very quickly. Right, so now let's awaken the character and see what that ability holds for us. Energy resistance is always very, very handy, especially when it comes to characters that blast a huge amount of energy at you. And, you know, imagine like your Iron Mans right the way through to anything with a beam attack, like a Cyclops, I'm assuming, because that's a beam. That is going to be effective to then block in and then resist that damage in particular. Looking through to see if there's any changes. Can't see any changes here. But once we put in the signature stones on the character, it could mean that we see substantial changes to certain things. Well, I can imagine the energy resistance is obviously going to be the main thing affected by that. but we may see some increases somewhere else. Now I'm going to add 22 Mystic signature stones to the character, so with that signature level up to 22 or 23 even, and seeing if there's any substantial changes. So before we did that, I clocked in that it was 1266.87. It's now up to energy resistance while it remains blocked for 3908. I'm just seeing if there's any increases. No, it doesn't look like there's too many increases of anything else, so that's just kind of standard. What we need to do now is get the champion up to 440 and a bit more strength to him. There we go, so we got Mordo up to 440, and the substantial changes are obviously health. His attack has gone up. With regards to attributes, attributes have gone up not as much, not that much. Armor rating, I think we've just got an armor rating, to be honest. I think it was I think it was on 0, if there was no armor rating for the character, if it wasn't very good. Obviously, block proficiency's gone up a little bit, and critical rating a little bit, not so much. So not really anything to write home about there. With regards to mystical barrier, that has increased as well. That's gone up to 4,000, and we've also got the when stunned. That looks like it's gone up as well by 100. Nothing. Well, degeneration has gone up a little bit, and what are we looking for? Health. Health has gone up quite a bit as well. So there are significant buffs to certain things, obviously, as you go up the ranks. Obviously rank 5 would be quite interesting. A bit disappointing not to see the percentage on stun chance increase for SP1, but we'll just give it a try, see what it's like. One thing to point out for synergy purposes, there's a great little kind of like culmination of synergies, like the idea that, look, you've got Doctor Strange here for friends level 3, and then like a double synergy bonus for all champions getting 115 critical damage rating. So that's kind of cool to have like a double synergy based off on that. So yeah, nice little combination there. I'd be interested to get these in a kind of a real stocky team. Now what I've done is I've set up a little synergy team just here with a lot of the usual crowd. You've got your Doctor Stranges, you've got 2 Mordos, you've got Dr. Voodoo, and also you've got Dormammu. So it's a nice little ragtag bunch of misfits, and what we're going to do is set them off against a Winter Soldier of Realm of Legends and try to get some things kind of displaying. So I'm going to test out the L1, I'm going to test out L2, L3. We're going to try and see if we can get regen. Also, we're going to see if there's effectiveness with the degeneration. Obviously, we can't check the unblockable. We'd have to go a full run of Master just to get to those unblockable nodes. And yeah, just kind of like give it a go and see if the champion is very good at holding his own. I'm just going to slow down the video just to look at this. This was the 3rd special going in. So far the fight was so long-assed, but hitting up a 3 stackable regen was so good. It meant that I can continue on fighting quite effectively. So my final thoughts on Mordo is he's a very exciting character. I like the aspect of Astral Evade and the idea that if you're down on your luck and you get stunned, and this is a good, say, lead champion, if then you're on your mastery setup, you, instead of having the effect where it reduces the amount of time that you're stunned for, it doesn't really matter if you're using this as a lead character, because as soon as you get stunned and you get hit by a stun, boom, Astral Evade. And you're then back in the room and doing some amazing damage. I love that aspect. Downsides are the extent of attack. The attack is bad, doesn't seem to be very good, unless I suppose he is 5-star or rank 5. You'll be doing a little bit more damage. The L2 is only really usable against characters like it's a buff killer. So Scarlet Witch, if she gets a load of buffs, is kind of the go-to. Or if not, I'm not sure how it works as a champion against say Magneto at I think it's 4.2. And there's Act 4 quest, which I'll probably go on a later date and kind of use Mordo against. And then hitting in that L2 can cause a little bit of damage. That could be a go-to champion. It really does depend on a few things. But all in all, final thoughts, great character. The regeneration obviously is pot luck, and we're seeing at times we're getting like 3 stackable regen, which was kind of ridiculous, but at the same time it's needed. Compare that with, say, Dormammu, which the regeneration is absolutely poor, and is not good. It should be more like Mordo's here, where you regen a certain amount, but it's just so kind of lapsadaisy and hard to come by with Dormammu's. And I do have Dormammu, so that was a bit disappointing to kind of see that. In the beginning, it did happen quite well, and then it was taken off. So, don't know why it's not similar to Mordo's in like consistency with like 40% chance. I think that degeneration could be a little bit more powerful, but I can imagine as I go up the signature levels, we are going to see an increase in that. You know, if you get a chance to use this character or get this character, really good, highly effective for defense, and it seems attack as well. Well, loosely to do with attack. If you can get around the fact that the attack's not going to be there, it's a champion that is going to be the whole hog. My battle against Winter Soldier actually took about 10 minutes, and by the end of it, I was just like, oh, I cannot go any further than this. I cannot concentrate for 10 minutes on a boss battle quite like this. It was not fun at all. Love this character, and I hope that he makes an appearance in your roster very soon. Thanks very much for watching this video. I'll probably be doing a follow-up to this and do some kind of synergy teams with him to see if we can make him more kick-ass. And yeah, if you enjoyed it, please hit that like button, subscribe for more Marvel Contest of Champions content, catch me up on social media, the link is in the description below. Put your notifications on to get my videos, and I shall catch you on the flip side. Bye bye for now.